So hello, and you are very welcome to our first exercise on this course. And on this course, I'm just going to start off with a nice easy exercise. So it's a nice, reasonably simple question you're going to be able to do. You're going to be given a question like this: how much more money does Paul make than John? And I'm going to give you a couple of examples of the type of question you're going to be asked. So I've just created a table here, which means it's just this kind of a list of questions. And I'm going to show you how much Paul makes, how much John makes, and then the question is going to be how much more money Paul makes than John. Okay, which sounds like a nice simple question, but we're going to be introducing a new idea about negative numbers as well. So let's have a look at the first question. Let's say Paul makes €7. So I'm going to say this is all in euro. Okay, so Paul makes €7 and John makes €4. So the question, how much more money Paul makes than John, is €3. Very simple question. I'm sure you know how to do that. But let's have a look at what happens when we start to reduce the amount of money Paul makes compared to John. Paul now makes €1 less. He makes €6. John still makes €4. How much more money does Paul make than John? Well, that's going to be 6 minus 4 is equal to €2. Again, I'm sure you can easily answer that question. Next question. If Paul makes €5 and John makes €4, we can see that Paul makes €1 more than John. If Paul makes €4, the same amount as John makes, we say that he makes no more money than John. And we use 0. We say he makes 0 more money than John. But now we come to an interesting question. What happens when we say that Paul makes €3 and John makes €4? And the question is how much more money Paul makes than John. Now normally in English, of course, we would never say this. We would just say that Paul makes €1 less than John. But for reasons that we will discover as we go along, I'm not going to say that. I'm going to keep asking the same question. How much more money does Paul make than John? And the way that we say that is we say he makes minus €1 more than John. So the minus kind of tells you that he's different to John by €1. And the minus tells you it's not really more, it's less. Okay? So if it's kind of the opposite direction to what you would normally think of being more, then you're going to say it's minus 1. Okay, so I'm going to be asking you that question. It's pretty straightforward. I'm sure you can figure out how to solve it. But let's have a look at some other numbers. Let's say Paul makes 37, John makes 10. You know that you would work that out as 37 take away 10 and get 27. However, let's say this was 10 and this was 30. We'd ask, what's 10 take away 30? We don't really know how to do that. We're taking away more than we have. So what am I going to say? Well, I want to know what the difference is. The difference between 30 and 10 is 30 take away 10 is 20. We know the difference is 20, but we know that Paul makes less than John. So we'll say he makes minus 20 more than John. So there's going to be a couple of questions like that. Just practice the questions. You'll get the idea as you go along. So just a little idea about what minus numbers are. We're comparing two things. So you'll always get minus numbers tend to crop up when we're comparing things. But have a look at the questions. Give them a go. The best of luck. I'm sure you'll be able to do that just fine.